Fans love their strong protagonists. These days, the main theme of many stories revolves around a character who is insanely strong. The main character who is super powerful easily defeats their enemy. This kind of plotline is pretty straightforward, but the action makes people sit on their edges, especially if the main character is strong from the beginning, and one way to know that is if the protagonist is a muscular, strong-armed guy who can put up a good fight without using any cheats or superpowers first. This list covers the top 10 movies that are focused on super strong, muscular main characters. They can kill anyone in an instant, and you better follow them on their journey. Starting with number 10 on the list, Boundless Ascension. So Myun-han was only a child when his parents were slaughtered by creatures during the dungeon breach. 7 years later, he discovers that his attempts to become a hunter have been futile. When he accepts an offer to enter the Tower of Trials, a magical place where challengers must face monsters and people alike, his life is turned upside down. The plot is straightforward and the characters are predictable, but the art is fantastic. The main character isn't the sort to hesitate when it comes to killing, and he does whatever it takes to survive. So he's not a softie, and it's plainly rewarding to see the evil ones perish. The fights are one of a kind and really entertaining. It's without a doubt one of the finest webcomics you'll ever read. Moving to the 9th spot on the list, the advanced player of the tutorial tower. Hyunwoo Kim is stronger than almost any human or monster on Earth after being locked for 12 years in a tower full of regenerating monsters. Now that he's free, he's determined to discover who was behind his captivity, even if it means killing hordes of monsters and unwittingly saving the planet along the way. This manhwa is fascinating with a powerful main character and a lot of humor, drama, action, and more. The art is excellent and the action scenes are well executed. The characters are amusing and endearing, and the manhwa is highly recommended. Moving to the 8th spot on the list, Reincarnated Escort Warrior. The main character's ambition was to become an escort warrior, but he had a lame limb and was unable to study proper martial arts. He was killed by mountain bandits while on an escort operation and awoke in the body of Lee Jungryun, the 4th young master of the Heavenly Dragon Escort Agency. He is now poised to become the most powerful escort warrior. This manhwa story is nothing new, but it truly nails it in terms of execution. The primary character has a pleasant attitude and a positive outlook. The supporting characters are also fantastic. They are never repetitive or feel like fillers. It also has some strong dramatic components. The art is beautiful to look at, and the world building is equally fluid. Moving to the 7th spot on the list, the strongest florist. Though he's built like a boxer and has a nasty scowl, Jaeho would want to be a florist instead. Sadly, Jaeho's domineering father is opposed, instead pushing his son to become an MMA fighter. To escape his father's goals, Jaeho enters the virtual reality game New World. It's not about the plot, the game-changing progress, or anything else in this type of comic, but about the protagonist getting overpowered while trying to relax. Also, the art is adequate. It is superior to most manhwas, but falls short of exceptional manhwas. The characters are adequate for this particular genre. If you want a robust main character in a unique and worthwhile plot, this is the one for you. Moving to the 6th spot on the list, survive as a barbarian in the game. Lee Han-soo has been playing Dungeon & Stone for 9 years and has risen to the position of boss. When he enters the boss area, he is informed that he has finished the lesson and is now possessing the body of Bjorn Jandel, a barbarian. With the devastation of the planet in Dungeon & Stone, just one city remains standing. Every month a labyrinth will arise, providing explorers with the opportunity to clear it and gain rewards. Barbarians were considered useless in anything save warfare, and those who did not fight died. To live, Lee Han-soo must enter the labyrinth and risk his life in a fight. The art of this webtoon is just amazing, and the world building is on point. Some even compare it to Solo Leveling. So read it and tell us your opinion. Jumping to the 5th spot on the list, after 10 millennia in hell. The main character found himself in hell, where he had the drive to live and the capacity to hunt. He swallowed dozens to hundreds of thousands of demons from the 1st to 9,000 circles of hell, and all 7 powerful dukes of hell bowed to him. He had access to everything in hell, but there was nothing to eat or enjoy. He chose to return to Earth after 10,000 years. This manhwa story has some small parallels to other returner player type manhwa, but the storyline execution in this manhwa is excellent. The art is excellent, especially during the combat sequences. The characters are also well written, and the world building is well executed. The fact that the main character is cruel and overpowering from the start is also a positive. Moving to the fourth spot on the list, the perfect hybrid. Both immortals and shapeshifters are different sorts of hunters, and our main character is a cross between the two. He possesses two skills, making him powerful. He aspires to be a hunter, to explore dungeons, and to build a reputation for himself. He begins his particular training for the hunter's exam, which consists of trekking across a field of blades and other odd activities. This manga is excellent in terms of world building and character development. The main character has a pleasant attitude, but it quickly becomes overpowering. The secondary characters are also nicely developed. The art is adequate but improves gradually. There is no action, but the drama is healthy and never gets dull. Moving to the third spot on the list, Helmut Kim Nanisei. Helmut was born with a demonic seed and was abandoned in the demonic beast forest. He was reared by a demonic beast and encountered the sword of Saint Darien for the first time. These fortuitous meetings disrupted his fate, and he must strengthen himself if he is to escape the wicked jungle. He had incredible swordsmanship, a stunning appearance, and razor-sharp brains, but lacked compassion. This is an excellent fantasy novel with a unique and original premise. The world building is beautifully illuminated. The main character has a lovable demeanor, and the side characters are well written and remembered. The art is also excellent, and it improves during combat scenes. It is a must-try for any fan of the fantasy genre. Moving to the second spot on the list, Warrior High School. The 21st century is a time of dungeons and adventurers raiding them. Warrior High School is an exclusive educational center in South Korea that produces these explorers. Yoo Jar-young stumbles across a special adolescent during prison smuggling to pay for his father's medical expenses. She has a lot of money and wants him to enter the school to raise her position. This is an entertaining dungeon drama with interesting world development. The primary character has a pleasant demeanor. The secondary characters are likewise nicely developed. The artwork is decent and it upscales during combat scenes. Combat sequences also flow effectively. Just read this if you're looking for a dungeon-type manhwa with a lot of drama and action. Reaching the first spot on the list, My Blasted Reincarnated Life. Hamel was a warrior who traveled with his colleagues to exterminate the devil but died before the battle. He was reborn as Eugene Lionheart, the descendant of Vermouth's bloodline. He has achieved something he did not have in his previous life, the reality of living together with the demons. The journey of the unfinished previous life begins with Eugene's body. This is one of the greatest manhwas of the reincarnation variety. The art is fantastic, the battle sequences are well done, the characters are well written, and the planet looks spectacular. The storyline progresses at a good pace, and the main character has a pleasant personality. It is a must-read for males searching for a decent noble reincarnator narrative. That's all we have for today. If you find your next read on this list, then give us a thumbs up and share the video with your friends. Also give us your suggestions in the comment section below, since it helps us to give you more recommendations and present to you a better content every time. And remember to press the red button for more videos in the near future. Thank you for your time. We'll talk again soon.